It looks
now
like
that we're out of WrestleMania season and you're fully in now.
I think
you've had your first match. I'm excited to see what you can do in the future.
Me too.
And everyone had questions going in. I think they're all answered now.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna do wonders. She's gonna have a wondrous career. Moving on to, in my opinion, this was Brock Lesnar and Goldberg the year before. The SmackDown Tag Team Championships between the defending champions, the Usos, the New Day, and the Bludgeon Brothers.
I'll just say this. I'll say this, and then you can go on your merry way. I don't have much to say about this match. The Bludgeon Brothers came, they bludgeoned, they left with the tag team titles, and I loved every minute of it.
I loved every minute of it too. It may have been very short, but it needed to be.
I feel like
they spent most of their time, like the New Day and the Usos spent most of their time trying to keep the Bludgeon Brothers down so they can try and have them match. It was, like I said, it was Goldberg and Lesnar for WrestleMania 33, where they were just basically doing big moves. It was a short, big moves match. And that's exactly what it needed to be.
That's why I don't understand why the Authors of Pain went to Raw. It was like, imagine that shit. The Authors of Pain versus the Bludgeon Brothers for the title. You're not going to get that for a year now.
Or at least until Survivor Series when it's Raw versus SmackDown and Champions versus Champions.
I want next year's WrestleMania. I can see the Bludgeon Brothers holding the tag team titles for a year. I think they need to.
I think they need
it's
to.
It's one of those, because they need a year of just what I said earlier. They come, they bludgeon, they leave, and it's short matches. They keep holding the tag team titles, and that's how that tag team works. And then you put them up against the Authors of Pain at WrestleMania. Imagine that shit.
I'll be so sad if they actually lose the tag team titles to the Usos at, what was it, Backlash, or was it Greatest Royal Rumble that they're going to defend?
I really don't think that they'll do that. I hope that they don't. I think the Bludgeon Brothers need a good run with all the shit that they've gone through over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this as I thought going in that the storyline they were telling with the Usos, it's their first WrestleMania on the main card, like they would do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I picked the Usos. But I am not mad that the Bludgeon Brothers did what they did, and I am perfectly fine with the Bludgeon Brothers being the tag team champions.
I said it when they debuted, and it came true. The Bludgeon Brothers were going to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. I had plenty of doubters. You know them.
Yes, I do.
They looked at me like I was crazy. They were like,
this team's never going to amount to anything.
This team is never going to amount to anything. The most that they were going to go for was having a rivalry against the Ascension to be the friends of Breezango. Well, I'm thinking you are outside your mind to think that. These guys are going places. And especially after I found out, I looked into it, they're a Vince McMahon project.
Well, now it all makes sense.
He worked with the video packages before their debut personally.
Yep.
They were being pushed to be a big deal.
It all makes sense.
All makes sense now. All right, moving on to the quickest match of the night. The impromptu match of the returning Undertaker versus John Cena.
I loved
everything about this segment. From the greatest troll in Elias.
Yes. And I hate that it went down the way it did. But if it had to, that was the greatest fucking troll job ever.
It was brilliant. And just seeing John Cena so disappointed, going back to his seat, and then once he Elias started trash talking Cena, that's it. You're done.
Goes in, immediately hits the Attitude Adjustment, walks up the stage, lights go out.
Lights go out. You see the hat and jacket in the ring. Lightning strikes it. Undertaker returns
and beats the ever-loving shit out of John Cena. Like, it kind of both of our thoughts came true Okay, technically it was a match, but it was about a minute and a half long, and it was a complete beating. That's it.
From what I've read, I guess I'm not going to say anything because now what I was going to say is completely out the window since they're going to have a casket match at Greatest Rumble.
John Cena when I think this was John Cena's idea.
Yeah. Oh, from what I read, it is John Cena's idea.
Yeah, like he didn't want like an actual match. Like they offered him the streak when Brock Lesnar took it, and he was like, "No."
Yeah, exactly.
But he was also like, "If you give me the Undertaker, I want him to beat me in like a minute." That's it.
What more else can we say? I loved it. Would I prefer Taker to stay retired? Maybe.
He probably didn't need to come back for this, but
if it would have been a proper send off, which what I was about to say earlier, it was what it was supposed to be. But now that's out the window. So if it was going to be that, I would have been happy. But let's see where they're going to go with this casket match.
I kind of feel like this is going to be another minute and a half kind of deal because Jericho is also in the Rumble.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's going to be pretty quick too.
It just makes you question whether or not this Greatest Royal Rumble is actually going to be
I feel like it's
canon for WWE.
I feel like it's just a glorified house show.
Like how Tribute to the Troops is not WWE canon. Not how the 25th anniversary of Raw was not officially canon.
That's why I'm saying don't be surprised for a Jinder Mahal Royal Rumble win at that. Because I hate it, but it's Saudi Arabia, and it's not gonna matter anyway. So,
all right, let's go. Let's finish off with these matches. Let's go to Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon going over Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn
for a return match.
The match that I lost the Scholars of Wrestling Championship to.
As I said on the prediction show. If this was his second match, third match, then what you said would make sense. But this is the WWE, and this is Daniel Bryan, the top face of faces. In his return match, first match in 3 years.
2.
Thought it was 2015, the Royal Rumble match.
They've been making it clear that it's been 2 years since he stepped in the ring.
I don't think that's true, but okay.
I'm just going with what they're saying.
Yeah, because I think it was the ladder match at 2015's WrestleMania was the one where he got the concussion and all that. But whatever, WWE doesn't know what they're talking about at the best of times.
I thought it was when Sheamus gave him that big, heavy bro kick on that one SmackDown.
Well, either way, that was right after that WrestleMania anyway. So... Right. But WWE doesn't do continuity well at the best of times. So, but okay, this for his first match back, this was exactly what it needed to be. Okay, and you knew right away from when they attacked him from behind. You knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, that was the moment I realized I lost.
But
I don't want to talk about this match.
This
anymore.
Was legit. Okay, this was just something to see if Daniel Bryan could still go.
Oh,
now obviously, okay, he passed with flying colors, and you don't do this kind of match to see if he can still go if he's got to lose. So this was exactly what I expected from the beginning, and Shane McMahon really doesn't know how to sell a hernia divertic. First of all, the WWE said he was given diverticulosis because of the attack from Kevin Owens to Sami Zayn. That's not how it works.
When it came to the story, I just was like, I'm not buying any of this.
Yeah, and Shane McMahon doesn't really know how to sell that at all. So but everything else, this was basic, and it was fine.
And this was my Miz, Maryse, John Cena, Nikki Bella last year.
And it did what it needed to do. So, yeah, it was there. Everyone's happy. Yay, we can move on now.
Yes, please, let's move on. This match is making on the verge of
it's
giving
making
me tears.
him sad because it's the reason he no longer has his baby.
I miss my baby so much. I said it on that video, Jeff. Cherish it, because I'm getting that title back.
Yeah, what he's not telling everyone is about an hour before that match, he sent me a photo. He sent me a photo, lording it over me, that he was still the champion, but he forgot something.
Yeah. Moving. All right, let's move on.
Of course.
Let's go to Nia Jax defeating Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship.
I think that Alexa Bliss got more offense than she should have. I feel like this should have been like a complete massacre.
I don't think so. I actually think this match was exactly what it needed to be.
I like that Nia Jax saw Mickie James in the ring with Alexa Bliss. It was like, no, screw that, and annihilated her on the outside of the ring to make it 1-on-1, and from there, Alexa Bliss got like 2 minutes of offense, and Nia Jax just murdered her. It was great.
And now I just, because of Charlie, I just can't look at this feud seriously anymore.
Uh-oh. What did Charlie do?
You were there when he was just basically
that's
the whole
right.
fat shaming.
That's right.
The fat shaming feud. Now listening to the commentary, listening to what Alexa Bliss was saying on the Raw after, I'm just like, all this feud is fat shaming? Jesus Christ. Damn you, Charlie, for just making this, for me, killing this feud for me.
Well, that's Charlie for you.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm glad he's not a scholar. At least for right now.
Your time will come. Maybe.
But okay, there's nothing more else to say on that one.
Yeah, that was always going to be quick and easy.
Now let's talk about the WWE Championship with AJ Styles defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. Wow.
I'll say for the match. It was kind of disappointing.
I'm just talking about wow on the result and the outcome.
Oh yeah, I'm not going into that yet. That'll come.
I agree with you. The match was not as it should be.
But now, after seeing what happened at the end of it, I know why they were holding back.
I know why they were holding back too, and I know that we will get that match sooner rather than later.
Because the match was good. Okay. The problem with the match was that the crowd didn't care. It was like 5 hours into the pay-per-view. The crowd's tired. The WWE hasn't. We tried to figure out if they'd be able to figure out the schedule and see how to make it flow. They still haven't yet.
They haven't figured it out.
They haven't figured it out because that match should have had much more fan interaction with it, and that actually brought the match down. The match itself was pretty good, but for what it was built up as, pretty good is disappointing.
Exactly.
But now that we see what happened at the end, and we know we're going to get more, I'm excited to see where this goes.
I'm excited too, especially with what happened on the SmackDown. At first I was worried, I'm like, as long as they don't just make him an evil foreigner type deal. No, it's not. Nothing's really changed when it comes to Shinsuke's character. When he had that interview with Renee Young, and he was just doing that, I'm sorry, I let my emotion get the best of me, I'm sorry. You can tell, I'm like, he's just a heel, Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Renee's like, do you have any regrets on your action? I'm sorry, I don't speak English. I was just like, I am sold. Shinsuke Nakamura is a great heel just from that promo and just from him interfering in that AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan match. And the WWE title feud right now between AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and now an additional Daniel Bryan. SmackDown.
Yeah.
Whatever we said negatively about SmackDown pre WrestleMania, out the window.
At least that bit, yes.
Yeah, at least with that bit. At least when it comes to the main event.